Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hope you guys are well. And we are continuing with our studies in Sarf. So far we have made this table, and I hope you guys have been practicing this table, because this is going to become something that you're going to have to get yourselves used to until you memorize it, right? So if you memorize it, that's going to be excellent, right? So all you have to do is keep going over this. Yaktubu, yaktubani, yaktubuna, taktubu, taktubani, yaktubna, taktubu, taktubani, taktubuna, taktubina, taktubani, taktubna, aktubu, naktubu. Yeah, just say that, play it again, and as I say, just keep saying it after me. That way what's going to happen is you're going to have it memorized, so you don't have to keep resorting back to this, right? And the other thing that we started last week, if you remember, was we talked about this, right? So this is basically a kind of, like, you can say, patterns that verbs follow, all right? So last week we talked about the root words or letters alima, ain, lam, mim, and we said if you put it into the normal default pattern, then it becomes he knows. If you put it into the yu'allimu pattern, which is the second pattern here, it becomes yu'allimu. And then if you put into this one, yu'allimu, it means he announces, right? So meanings change depending on what kind of structure it takes, right? So we're going to continue now, and I just want to show you guys in the Quran, just like some examples maybe for you guys to be able to practice. So for instance, like if you have a look, now have you guys been practicing in the Quran? Have you guys been looking at examples or anything like that, right? Because that's the way you're going to improve. So for example, if you go through the Quran, you got this yasha'u, right? So yasha'u is going to be taking the first pattern. That's basically this one. It's the first pattern, right? Yasha'u, and it's got a fatha there on the ain kalima, right? So yasha'u, sha'a yasha'u, and then you got like okay, what else have you got here? Yastakhlifakum. So ignore this kum, right? This is a pronoun. So this yastakhlifa, so yastakhlifa over here, you've got a pattern over here. Notice this pattern is something that we're going to be looking at today, right? So this is an interesting pattern here. So like that, we're going to be looking at some new patterns today. So one of the patterns we're going to be looking at is this yastakhlifa pattern, right? But before we actually do that pattern, let's do another pattern. This pattern is going to be, I hope you guys can see this. So we've got the next pattern, which is going to be 1, 2, 3. Okay, that should hopefully have got you right. Have I made a mistake? See, this is the thing about when you use real colors, then you know you can't make a mistake really. So okay, it starts off with ya, and here, right, what you have here is you actually have a ta, right? You got a ta over there, which is fixed all the time, and what you're also going to be having is you're going to have one letter which is going to be an extra letter. So remember, like over here we had this extra letter, yeah, that one over there. So we're going to have one of those as well. So for example, let's take this, the ain, yata'al la, and then mu. Yeah, so yata'al la mu. Right, so I need to box that one in. That's the extra letter that we have over here. You're doubling this letter, the one that's before it, you're doubling it, right? So you got two of them. So the way you would normally write this would be something like this. You'd say ya ta'allamu, ya ta'allamu. Some of you guys have also asked me if I can do some videos on writing as well, writing Arabic. So let me know in the comments if you guys think you guys need practice in how to write, and maybe I can make some. If I get enough people showing interest, maybe I'll think about it. I'll think about it for you guys. So yata'allamu. So notice Right, this ta over here, this is like you can say an extra, and then you got an extra lam over here, which you can't see because the shadda has kind of like got rid of it. Right, so yata'allamu. Now this pattern that you have a verb and you put it in this pattern. This actually comes for something that's intense, right? So like you say, learning, intense. Yeah, learning intense. So it's like you kind of put a lot of effort into it, you can say. You're putting a lot of effort into it. You're learning intensely, right? So this pattern, yata'allamu, this is a very common pattern that you have. So notice, ya'lamu means to know something, right? So you know something. But yata'allamu means to know something, but you're exerting extra effort into it. And, you know, you can just simply see by the extra letters that are being used that this word has some extra meaning in it, right? It has some extra meaning in it. So this is one of the patterns that we learn, basically. Right. Should we move on to another pattern? Let's have a go at another pattern then. Okay, so another pattern which is quite common, which we're going to look at today as well, is the pattern of, we call it the Istif'al pattern. Now, I'm going to write the names of these patterns and also the numbers that correspond with these in the dictionaries, especially the Hansway dictionary that a lot of people commonly use. So what I'm going to do is a bit later on, I'm going to show you a Hansway dictionary and I'm going to show you how you use that dictionary to find the verbs. Okay, and I'll show you the Roman numerals that are used, and I'll also give you the real kind of like Sarf sort of name for it. Okay, so next one is like this thing. So you got okay, yes, okay, all right, that should do it then. Okay, so you got ya at the beginning, right? That's the present verb, as we've learnt. And you got this sin, and you got this ta, right? And then the other three letters are your root letters. So ain, lam, mim. Let's put that in. Ain, alam. Yeah. Okay, now I've actually forgot to put the vowels on this one, didn't I? No, I didn't put the vowels in. Right, so the vowels on this one are going to be ya, ta, al, la, mu. Yata'allamu. Yata'allamu. And on this one, it's going to be yas, ta, ista'lama, yasta'limu. Right, yasta'limu. Yasta'limu. Now, yasta'limu, this would have the meaning of to try and seek. Yeah, to seek knowledge. Knowledge. Yeah, you kind of like want to seek. So whenever you get these letters, it has the meaning of seeking or emphasis as well. So you got yasta'limu, you got yata'allamu. One thing you have to note is that the Arabs don't use all these patterns. A lot of these patterns, what I'm doing is I'm taking like this kind of like concept theory, you can say, and then I'm putting words into that theory and coming out with words, even though maybe Arabs don't even use that, right? So I mean, the best example maybe I can give to you guys is, let's say for instance I was to say something like, I don't know, if I said something like this, if I said, look, with all the theory, right, if I take all the theory, this is 100% theory, maybe the Arabs, they only like use maybe this much of the theory, right? But theoretically you can actually come out with all of that. So this is what the Arabs use, and this is just like say not in use, not used. So when you study Sarf, what you're going to be studying is theory. Whether the Arabs use it or not doesn't really matter. You're just going to be learning all the possible theories, right? So you're learning all the possible theories for this, and then you're kind of like just seeing what the Arabs say and then trying to figure out what they mean, right? So that's why, for example, yasta'limu, the Arabs don't really use that one, right? They don't use that one. They do use yata'allamu, yu'limu, they use that. Yu'allimu, okay, they use that. Ya'lamu, they use that. So some of these patterns I'm going to be mentioning to you guys, some of the Arabs don't use them. Now, what you guys can do on the side is, for instance, take another verb, okay? So for instance, let's take another verb. Let's use something else. Let's use let's say, I don't know, nasara, right? Now if you take nasara, what I want you guys to do is, and you can email it to me, right? You can, I don't know, maybe I'll put the email in the description below. You can have a go at this and you can email to me, try to put it into this pattern, then to this pattern, and then to this pattern, this pattern, this pattern, and make yourself a table like this, right? Make yourself a table, a whole table. So first of all, you're going to have, for example, like I'll give you a little head start. So for example, yansuru, so you're going to have yansuru, okay? Yansuru. So now you're going to make yourself yansuru with all of this now. So like yansuru, yansurani, yansuruna, you're going to write the whole thing down. Then what you're going to do second, you're going to do this one, yu'limu. So you're going to start off with yu'limu, yu'limani, yu'limuna, tu'limu, tu'limani, like that. Then you're going to do the next one, yu'allimu. So yu'allimu, yunassiru, yunassirani, right? So you got yansur there, you got number 2, yunassiru, Nasiru, and number 3 you've got Yunsiru. Now some of these don't exist, the Arabs don't really use these, but it's good for your practice. And then have a go at that. Number 4 is Yata Nasaru, and number 5 is Yastansiru, right? So you got 5 now to make now for next lesson. So what I would suggest is try to make these, and this way what's going to happen is you are going to start to understand this much better, I guarantee you. Right, like I said, this is all an experimental way I'm teaching Sarf, but I can feel it in my guts, guys. I can feel it in my guts. My guts is telling me, you know what, Liaquat, this method is a really good method. This is going to work, and these guys are going to learn Sarf, and these guys are going to be so happy. And some of you guys have been sending me messages saying, I never knew Sarf could be so enjoyable. So alhamdulillah, and maybe you guys can teach it better inshallah in the future when you guys learn it. Anyway, let's have a look in the Quran then, and let's try to find some examples. Right, so we want to go to present verbs, right? We want to go to some present verbs. All right, so let's have a look over here. For instance, we have, okay, we've got a word here, yashtari, but we haven't done that pattern yet, so I don't want to touch that one. Yuqinuna, we've done this one, right? Yuqinuna. So yuqinuna, firstly, it follows yuqinuna. Right, I don't know if you guys can see. Is it clear? All right, so yuqinuna, basically, it follows this yu'limu. Yeah, yuqinu. Yeah, yu'limu. Yuqinu. And then it's una, it's like this third one over here. Right, it's that one over there. So yuqinuna, right? And then you can actually make yourself a whole table of this. Don't do it for me, yeah, because otherwise you're gonna have too much on your plate. But if you're really serious and you think, you know what, Ustad, I'm gonna prove to you that I can do it, go for it, guys, right? And I want you to make this. And you know what, if someone does all of these, yeah, you know what, I might even send them a prize. Yeah, I might do that. And I'm thinking, depending on how nice it's done. You do it very nicely, and you have it, and you send it to me, and we'll see. Yuqinuna. Okay, so you got yuqinuna there, right? Which means to be certain, right? From the root letters waqana. Okay, so you got one over there, right? You've got another يَتَّخِذُ, but we haven't done this pattern. All right, so we're not really going to touch that one there. You got يَسْمَعْهَا, يَسْمَعْ. So يَسْمَعْ actually follows this one over here. Yeah? يَسْمَعْ, يَعْلَمْ, like that. Right, so it follows that. And then it's the first one on the list. يَسْمَعْ. Right? He hears. And then we've got, which other one? فَبَتْنَا يَشْكُرْ. You got يَشْكُر there as well. So يَشْكُر follows this one. Right, so it's over here, first one on the list. Right, it's got nothing else added to it. يَشْكُر, he is thankful. لا تشرك. Tushrik is from يُعْلِم. يُعْلِم. Right, follows that pattern. Tushrik. Now, how will you know it follows these patterns? It's going to take time for you guys to grasp that. So I wouldn't really stress too much about it, but you know, it's something that you need to kind of get your head around. Right, you'll have to eventually get your head around that. Okay. What other words are here? Let me have a check. لا تصعر. So do you see that word there? تصعر. So تصعر is actually a word over there. صعر يصعر. تصعر follows this pattern here. Double letter. Right? تصعر. Right? So تصعر. That's the word there, and it actually comes from this one. You, single masculine. You. This one on the list. Right? تصعر. لا تصعر. Do not. تصعر. Do not raise your cheek, or do not turn your cheek. خدك. Right, don't turn. All right. What other ones are here? And if you guys find any good ones as well, you put them. Right, so go through the Quran, find them. يحزن. So ignore the kaf. Right, you got يحزن there, which follows the first pattern. يحزن, and then it's this one over here. So that's how you do it. You find a word, you look at which one it fits in here, right, in the tree, and then you look at what it fits in the 14 list. Right, that's how you're going to kind of get a hang of it. Now, let me show you guys in the dictionary, which I'm sure you're all waiting for. You've been waiting for this for a very long time. So I'm going to show you guys in the dictionary. Now, I want to show you, I don't have a Hansware dictionary, right? But the thing is, I'm going to try to show you guys on my iPad. And if it doesn't work, then what I'll do is I'll just put an image on top. Right? So I just show you an image on top, and then, you know, you guys can just have a look at that. So if you have a look, what you're going to find over here is, if you look at this alima, can you see this alima over here? Alima, right? Don't know if you guys can see, right? The light is just too bright there. Yeah, it's a bit light. So alima, it says there, and then it says a next to it. Now that a, cancel that. That a basically, if you look at that, if you can see the a, that a signifies that it comes from in these patterns. It's talking about these patterns here, right? So from those patterns, it's talking about a. It means fatha. So a represents fatha. Alima, and then ya'lamu, fatha. So then it says to know, and then if you have a ba next to it, then it means all of these things. Right, so it gives you lots of examples of what this word can actually mean in a sentence, depending on its context. Then it says number 2. Now number 2 represents the second one that we've in our list. Right, so yu'allimu, where you have the letter has been doubled. Right, so it's this one, yu'allimu. Right, so you got it says to teach, to instruct, to brief. And then if you go carry on and look for number 4, 1V means 4, right? To let know, right? To let know. And that number 4 is actually referring to, now I'm going to show you something over here. This is the kind of like thing that you need to kind of get, and I'll try to put a link in the comments as well for this. Number 4 is actually referring to this particular pattern. Can you see that pattern? Yeah, that's number 4 days. So it's this one over here, yu'alimu. Although it's in our list, it's number 3, but it's really number 4. Right, so to let know, to notify, to announce, stuff like that. And then you have number 5. Number 5 is one of the patterns that we've done today. Okay, yata'allamu, that pattern. With a ta there. Oops, you guys can't see it. Right, so basically with the ta there, and then the lam. Ta and the lam over there. Okay, so it's يتعلم, it's to learn, to study, to know, like you put effort into it. Then it's got a number 6 there, right? Number 6 is a pattern that we haven't done, right? It's called the tafa'ul pattern. We haven't done it, we don't have to worry about that too much. Main thing is, in today's lesson, what do we learn in today's lesson? Well, we learned basically that that we have these patterns that we have to get used to, and we have to keep this with us, and that theoretically we're coming out with as many possibilities as we can, but the Arabs don't use all those theories, right? They don't use all of them. They just use the ones which they've obviously used to. And I gave you some exercises as well, and I said to you, look, have a go at these, try to make tables for these so that this becomes more clear to you guys. So anyway, Jazakumullah khair. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you guys will join me next time, inshallah. Leave any comments, leave anything that you guys want, any sort of feedback about this series, about how I can improve this, anything which is maybe how some things that maybe that don't really interest you in this. Put in the comments, inshallah, and I'll have a read of it as well. And patrons, thank you very much for all your support. Jazakumullah khair. If you guys want to support me, your support through Patreon support is the only real way that I'm getting this this stuff done, alhamdulillah. So it's your support, it's your motivation that I'm able to do this. So jazakumullah khair, and I will see you guys next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you very much to all my patrons. Jazakumullah khair. Alhamdulillah, with all of your support, with all of your efforts and your encouragement and motivation, alhamdulillah, this channel has reached where it has today. And there's so much left that I want to do, and there's editing, and there's trying to start new projects as well and get other people involved so that I can focus on producing content. So if you guys want to become patrons and you want to support this channel, then check out the link in the description, inshallah. There's also videos available for those who are patrons in the Patreon itself that I don't put on my normal YouTube channel. So if you guys want to check that out, inshallah, links in the description, like I said. And jazakumullah khair, share it with other people. Let me know what you guys think as well. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.